Okay, as mentioned in my last video, today I'm gonna talk about how I wanted to start my campaign. After doing some research online, I found that an interesting way to do this is to implement in media res, which is a writing technique where you start a story during action. I had the idea that Zoroth, although not fully awakened yet, is aware of the Frost Warden's presence despite the distance of their village from the mountain. And so it would fit the narrative that he would send out some of his forces to take them out so that nothing would prohibit him from regaining his dominance over the land. So I went back to DeepSeek and gave it a prompt to flesh out how that would turn out. And this is the prompt. Hey DeepSeek, I need some more help. I'm trying to come up with a unique way to start the campaign that will have the players engaged from the get-go. I was thinking of a beginning battle just to get the juices flowing, something along the lines of the Shadow Wolves hunting down the three wardens to their hometown to take them out from early before Voroth reincarnates, which would signal to them that Voroth is close to returning and spurs them to begin their journey to the three cities. There could be an old wise elf that has lived with the village for centuries waiting to see the signs of Voroth return and informs the wardens that they should get prepared to leave. And then in the middle of the night the village gets attacked by the Shadow Wolves or something along that line. Please help me flesh it out. And this is what DeepSeek was able to give me. Session 1, The Howling Dark. The goal: start in media res in the middle of the action, establish the character's legacy, introduce a key mentor figure, and provide a clear inciting incident that launches the campaign. Part 1, The Calm Before the Storm. The game opens in the secluded village of Vigil's End, nestled in a perpetually autumn-shrouded valley in the foothills of Everfrost Peak. The players are members of the three bloodlines going about their daily lives, perhaps training with their ancestral weapons, mending a fence, or listening to an elder tell old stories. The wise elf mentor, Valenar. As you suggested, an old moon elf named Valenar has lived here for centuries, the appointed chronicler and watchman for the warden's descendants. He is not a fighter, but a scholar and a seer. He has been growing increasingly anxious. The first sign. Valenar calls the PC group together privately. He shows them the Frost-Scarred Tome, a magical book that has, for 1,000 years, shown a tranquil image of the sealed mountain. Now the image is changing. A faint pulse of blue light can be seen deep within the ice of the peak. The seal weakens, Valenar whispers, his voice grave. The time the Frost Warden spoke of is near. The heir must prepare to journey to the three cities and reclaim the belts of power. The second sign. As he speaks, a sudden unnatural cold snap rolls through the village, despite it being early autumn. Frost patterns spiderweb across windows, and everyone's breath fogs heavily. Valenar's eyes widen, and it seems it already knows you are here. The avatar's reach extends. Its hunters will come under the cover of darkness. You must be ready. This creates immediate urgency. The players have just enough time to warn their families, grab their weapons, and help the village prepare a desperate defense. Part 2. The Attack of the Shadow Wolves. In the dead of the night, the attack begins. The ambience, the temperature plummets, the sounds of the forest die out, replaced by an eerie silence. Then, the howls begin, not from one direction, but from all around the village. They sound like the rending of cloth and the cracking of ice, more spectral than animal. The enemy, Shadow Wolves. These aren't normal wolves. Appearance. Their forms are semi-corporeal, like living shadows given shape, with fur that seems to drink the light. Their eyes glow with a faint, cold blue light, and their maws drip with freezing ectoplasm. Abilities: Shadow Blend. They have advantage on stealth checks in dim light or darkness. Chilling Bite. Their attacks deal piercing damage plus cold damage. On a hit, the target's speed is reduced by 10 feet until the end of its next turn as a freezing numbness sets in. Pack Tactics. They are adept at fighting alongside their kin. The Alpha. A larger, more menacing, dire Shadow Wolf leads the pack. Its bite might have a chance to inflict the frightened condition, and it could have a legendary action to command its pack to move. Part 3. The Battle. defending Vigil's end. The battle shouldn't just be a straight fight. Break it into stages to create drama. The perimeter breach. The first wave targets the village palisade. The players must help the village militia hold the gates and walls. Introduce simple skill challenges, athletics to reinforce a barricade, perception to spot a wolf leaping over the wall, intimidation to rally a panicking villager. The heart of the village. The wolves that get inside beeline for the players' homes and families, making the conflict personal. The players must choose to defend multiple points, split the party, or work together to push back the threat from one location before rushing to the next. The Alpha's challenge. The dire shadow wolf identifies the PCs as the biggest threat and engages them directly. This is the climax of the battle. Valenar might use a precious one-use magic item to create a barrier of moonlight, giving the players around a protection or advantage against the Alpha. Part 4, the Aftermath, and the Call to Adventure. Once the wolves are defeated, they might retreat into the shadows, dissolving into mist. The village assesses the damage. A bitter victory. Homes are damaged, and a few beloved NPCs or family members might be wounded, or worse, giving the players a deep emotional stake in the conflict with Voroth. Valinar's final counsel. The old elf is even more certain. You see, the avatar fears you. It seeks to snuff out the light before it can even kindle. You cannot wait. You must leave at first light. The quest. He provides them with a map, the Frostguard tome, and letters of introduction, though he warns they may not be honored by the cynical cities. His final instruction is clear. Travel to the 3 cities, Luminas, Umbroth, the Eyrie. Prove your worth and reclaim your legacy. The belts must be wielded by their true heirs once more, or all is lost. So as you can see, DeepSeek really built on the foundation that I gave it and fleshed out the dynamics for the intro to the campaign. As I said in my last video, the key is to give the AI a base to work with, a backbone if you want to call it that, so that it can generate a compelling story. Next video, I'll go into the journey from the village to the first city and the help DeepSeek was able to provide. Until then, may all your rolls be a natural 20. Boom!